Welcome back. This is Ratrod Garage. This is my 1951 Ford custom frame. It's a shoebox car. We've already chopped it, suicide doors. We got a motor for it. I just got done putting an S10 front clip on this thing. So now I gotta go back and redo all the air suspension work I had already previously done to the stock chassis. Because that's what I do. One step forward, 18 back. So we're gonna figure out how to make it go up and down with them little you know, airbags. Where did I put my hammer? Oh, there it is. There's a good chance you're wondering, Simon, does it ever get frustrating? Always starting over? Yeah, it does. Ew, greasy. I did pre-soak all these down yesterday. Did it make a difference? I don't know. I'm gonna tell myself it did though, because I did it. Kapow! Come on, kapow! It's not kapowing. Haha, got it. Should you use a spring compressor and do this the correct way? Probably. I have a spring compressor and I'm still doing it this way. What does that tell you about my brain? I'm currently calculating all the things that could go wrong and determining if I can live with that. I think the answer is yeah. Woohoo! I was only a little nervous. Yeah. That's not good. You might be thinking to yourself, oh, he's got a nice long pry bar there for leverage. No. I have a nice long pry bar here so I don't have to stand next to it. Because that's why. Got it. You know what? Let's take a picture so we remember where all these shims go. Because my memory sucks. Wowzers. Ugh. Why are you a different size? Oh my God. Just keep bringing all the sockets out here, I guess. And I probably should have grabbed a wrench. That would have been smart. Got it. These bushings aren't great, but they're there. I don't know where to start with this airbag suspension, so I'm just gonna start somewhere. And we're gonna start with the top mount, which is gonna require a cup. I picked up this pipe for 10 bucks. 10 bucks for some pipe. And we're gonna try and see if we can make this into a mount somehow. That's not gonna work. So with some initial measuring, it looks like we're gonna start with 3 inches. Will this saw cut pipe that's this big? I really hope it does though. No sweat. I'm gonna do my best to reuse the stuff I had made for the original 51 Ford frame. And that includes the upper mounts I had made. So it's not pretty. I understand this. Make your jokes. Okay, now we can move on. Probably gonna cut that bolt off, go get some smaller ones and try that, because I've been doing some reading and it looks like I might have been a little overkill on this large of a bolt. So we'll set them aside for something else, I don't know what, and we'll go get some bolts that are a little more size practical. It looks like a guy who's surprised. Oh, what is that? I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm losing my mind. So I'm taking the plate I made, the pipe I cut, that's gonna go on there. That'll all go up underneath here. And then when I get it figured out, this bolt will get attached and that'll go through this hole on top. Because I don't even know how I'm gonna route my lines for the air yet. Once I figure out where this is gonna be located on the plate, where the air fitting goes in, we are gonna notch this section out so the air hose can get out if I need it to there. I might even notch both sides. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm definitely gonna notch this side because we need an escape route for the airline. Because I don't think there's any good way for it to come up and out anywhere. But I don't know that yet either. I don't know how far we need to go here, so we'll just kind of go a little free-handy action. Something like that. This is 1/4-inch pipe for thickness, so it'll handle whatever I take out. Like I always say, if you ain't gonna have help, you better have clamps, and this is one of those times where I need a clamp. Just enough. Trying to get rid of all the damn rough edges because with my luck I'll cut a line. I don't have anything small enough to get in here to grind, so we're gonna go to the way my old pappy would have done it and use the file. Much gooder. Now, if you want something that looks a little better, you're either going to need something to use as a guide or somebody with a better hand. Not me. But for me, that's freaking perfect. I'm trying to determine the best location for the bolt to the plate. There's probably some fancy method for this. I'm using my eyeball, and I figure if I center it between the two mounting holes, we should be golden. Like so. We'll just tack it on there. No, we're gonna have to weld it. We have to weld it. I'm gonna full commit. And then we'll get this on there. You know what? Let's tack the bolt on there. We'll set the cup on there. We'll set it all up in there. Make sure it works. If it does, we're buzzing the bitch together. If you don't like the way I'm doing this, you can take your haterade and leave. I'm all about good vibes here. I'm just trying to do it. I'm just trying to figure it out, just like your average Mickey Mouse fabricator, you know? I'm just figuring out as I go. If you have some constructive ideas, that would be ideal. Though they would have been a little more appreciated before I got this far. Missed. Missed. Why are you not feeding? What is going on? Please don't be out of wire. Well, son of a donkey. We're out of wire. We are operational again. Did I go buy wire? No, absolutely not. It's a snowstorm out there. I'm not going anywhere. Plus, I can't buy it locally today because it's Sunday. I did, however, have some wire left over from all my sheet metal welding, and maybe a little thinner, but I ain't judging. It'll still get the job done. I hope. Where were we? Ah, yes. Welding without eyes and missing. That's where we were. This is why projects take so long, people. Because nobody's ever prepared. Well, maybe that's just me. No, don't! Oh, it's fine. Everything is fine. Oh, we are gonna need way more wire speed than that. Oh yeah. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. I don't think that's going anywhere. We gotta get this as center as possible, I think. Really easy to do with such a crooked circle. I think that looks okay. Alrighty then. That is what we call an airbag cup. Is it pretty? No. But I made it. It's definitely not. It's not. It's fine. As long as it's functional, that's all I care. It's hot. It's really, really hot. I don't know which direction we're gonna face it yet, but it's in there. Maybe I should get a light and look in there and make sure we're good. Because I can't see anything. Why is it not sitting in there right? I'm really glad I went and welded it all instead of just tacking it on there like usual. My expectations were a little higher than they probably should have been. I had everything up there once before. Why is it not working now? What are you missing, Simon? I mean, it's super helpful. You can see everything. Not. Nope, that is not gonna work. The great thing is I can't even see what it's hitting, because it is definitely hitting something. It will not budge. See, you saw me make a mess up when I made that cup, and the problem I'm having is I can't frickin' see anything. And I don't feel like laying on my back. Whoa, Simon, slow down. Almost cut the axle out. And remember, that's what's holding the frame up. I'm not sure what was going on there, but... Oh, it was pinching on itself. Duh. So as I was saying, you saw me struggling with the cup on the front suspension. Things aren't going well. I can't see anything. I don't have a lift, but I do have the ability to flip this frame over and have full-on access to whatever I'm looking at underneath. Oh my god, that's heavier than I thought. Good thing my back already hurts today, so I ain't gonna hurt that. Anybody need a rear end? It's barn find fresh. Comes with the used dirt and oil. There, that's out. Get over here. Your services are no longer required. Odds are, there's probably one or more of you that are wondering to yourselves, is this even gonna work? And I can assure you, I don't know. But there's one way to find out. How do I want to do this? Well, maybe I want to lift this side up and rotate it over that way. Maybe that's the better idea. Let's do that. See, I didn't have a plan. I just started doing and see what happens. Yeah, I like that. If you're looking for completely unscripted automotive programming, I'm your guy. I'm out here just trying to prove what one guy can complete in a garage by himself on weekends and evenings. Okay, everything looks moderately okay. Sure is a good thing my wife doesn't watch these videos. She probably wouldn't approve. Oh, there's a little more weight on this end. But we're looking okay still. I've been working on my Ford frame all the days long. I think I could have picked it up a couple more inches forward, but we'll make this work, I think. Well, we don't really have a choice at this point. Whoa. Yeah. I'd like to tell you things are okay, but they're fine. Just went exactly how it was supposed to. Get out of the way. Don't you hit my welder. Easy does it. Okay, we're past the center of gravity. That's good, right? Start going down, maybe? Yeah, start going down. Woo-wee. I'm a little nervous about the slide at the bottom. Well, this is a problem I didn't see coming. I meant to do that. Boy howdy, how do we get ourselves into this predicament? This is unfortunate. This is a problem I didn't see coming. Nobody's really surprised by that though, are they? How do we address this? Can we? I had a plan the whole time. What can I say? I screw up sometimes. But it all worked out in the end. It's exactly where I wanted it. All right, what we're making here, they're cups. I've said it, I haven't really gone over why we're making them. On the bottom of this S10 frame, there's this hand looking thing, I guess you'd call it. This pipe fits over that. It kind of locates the airbag, and then you bolt the airbag plate to that, and then the airbag attaches to that. That way it's not way up and down in there. You don't have any rubbing issues, and it brings all everything up for you. What happened is that side somehow this got screwed up and the pipe wouldn't sit in there nice. I'm the somehow that screwed it up so the pipe wouldn't sit in there nice. Either way, you saw I got all this cut out now and I did get this made. I ended up making a new cup. It doesn't look any prettier than the last one. But in here, this side's missing that finger grabby thingy bobber. That was a mistake on my part, and I don't know why I got so happy with the plasma cutter and just kept cutting everything out. I then had to re-weld something in here, so the cup has something to locate to, otherwise it just kind of wants to free float everywhere. And I'm guessing going on the road and bouncing around, and it's gonna move a whole lot more than I want it to. So now it relocates on there for me. I even marked it so I make sure I get it in the right spot. But that's where it goes. Once that's bolted in, then we got the A-arms up here. This bag is not inflated, it's just not deflated. It'll come up another 3 inches yet if I want to put air in it. But we're not there yet. What we do have to do is fix my other screw up, wherever the hell that is. There you are, gotcha. This is wrong. This will not work. Whoa, whoa, stay. Can you try and put this in here in the hole? I mean, I can get my fingers underneath it. It's not sitting where it needs to sit. How that happened is, well, simple. I screwed up. I didn't know what I was doing. What I need to do, if I put this clip on here, that mounting hole, that ain't center. I put this bolt at center. Not centered, center. Not centered, centered. No wonder it didn't frickin' work. But we got it figured out. We're fixing it. It's how you learn. You gotta problem solve some of these things. That's why somebody else could have this done in 2 days probably, and I'm going on a week. I'm okay with it. It'll be easier next time. Probably. I doubt it. Probably not. So then the question becomes, what do we do next? What do we do next? We take the pipe that's in the hole now, we cut it to size, we take this setup here, and we completely disassemble it. It's wrong. It ain't gonna work, so we might as well take it apart. It would have already been apart if I had cutoff wheels yesterday, but I ran out of cutoff wheels. I got some today though. So we'll get that cut, we'll get this all cut apart, and then we'll start over, fresh, from scratch, with an actual plan and direction and hopes and dreams and a whole lot of luck, hopefully. What lesson did we learn here, Simon? Measure twice, cut once. How about we just start with measure, period. One of these days I'll get it figured out. Probably not today though. Why is it always my good looking welds I have to cut? It's not fair. And just like that, we're right back to square one for like the 3rd time. I do need to go cut this. 3.5 inches is my magic number. I could have gone 4, I could have gone 3. I did 3.5 on the other side, so that's what we're going with. All right, now, let's make some progress here. You know, it absolutely would have been a whole lot easier just to buy these all pre-made. But that would have cut into my budget even more. So, cheapest ones I found were $90 plus shipping. It was almost $150 after shipping and tax. Nope, I'm not doing it. I'm gonna go dab some grease on this. We're gonna stick the bolt in the hole. We'll put this all together the way it's supposed to be, where I want it, or I think I want it. We'll push the bolt up on the bottom. It'll dab the grease on the plate. We'll know exactly where to put it. I know this still isn't technically measuring, but it's basically measuring. How did I set the other one up? I want them the same. I want them the same. I had it set up so the mouth went into the frame. No, don't do that. No, stop. See? Right there is where I'm putting it. Probably should clean the grease off of this now, my guess. Yes, this is a sock I'm using as a rag. Don't ask me how it got in my rag bin. Welder. Boy frickin' howdy, was that tough to get through. I don't know what my issue is today. Maybe it's because the metal's not the greatest. Maybe it's because I've been up all night plowing. Maybe it's because I just don't have the skill to figure it out. I had to cut that bolt off and weld it back on like 3 or 4 more times. That being said, I think I persevered and got it figured out. It's definitely not where I thought it was going to end up. But I think it'll work, which is the key. I even resisted the urge to go and plasma cut more out than I should. We'll get the flap wheel in here and we'll clean all that up so it doesn't have any sharp edges. I don't really want to put too many welds on the mount here yet, just because I haven't got any fittings and I haven't checked that fitment yet. It's gonna go like that. This will go on like this. I'll clear a little more clearance around there. But we won't know exactly how she's gonna sit until we can bolt it in. But they say to have a minimum of a 1/2 inch, so that's what I'm shooting for. The upper bag mounts are done now. Do I need to plate this like I did on the other one? I don't really know. Maybe I will. Let's get them bottom bag mounts whipped out. Those should be simpler, which means they probably won't. They sell a cup that fits right in here. You use the 2 bolt holes here for your shock mount, and away you go to town. I, however, did not spend that money. I'm not going to use them. We're going to make our own plate here work. I really hope this is the right one for the right side. I hope. I kind of got them mixed up. I think it is, though. So how I'm going to do this, freehand eyeball this here. We'll get rid of this guy. I don't even know what that's for. We're going to take this high spot out. Right through there. On both sides. And then we'll lay a plate in there, weld it in, drill a hole, pop that zombie up in there, and we'll be good to go. It's absolutely not going to go that smoothly. Well, this may be awkward. I just finished welding this. You can tell because it's still smoking. Yeah, I didn't do the smart thing, like tack it into place, test fit it, make sure it was all gonna work before. I just went and welded it all solid. The second I finished welding, I had the thought, this may have been a mistake. But we're gonna cross our fingers and hope for the best, because I don't know what else to do now. This is how I end up making steps backwards all the time, because I'm uneducated when it comes to fabrication. But we'll see what comes of it. Now, believe this or not, I'm not really sure how we figure out where this needs to be mounted. There's probably some guy out there that'll tell you, well, that's still really warm. It's cooler, but it's still warm. They'll probably just tell you how to find the center of this plate we just put on here and drill a hole and that'll mount. I'm not that skilled or that lucky. So I'm just gonna take this, bolt it back in its pockets, compress it down, trace a circle, locate it that way. Is it right? Probably not. Will it work? Hopefully. Figure out which hole gets which bolt. This is gonna work. So that'll be as flat as it can go. Is that flat enough? If I'm not 100% happy with how flat it goes, I can always cut another 1/2 inch or so off the bottom of them cups and get some more out of it. Holy heck, this is gonna work. We just gotta figure out the mounting. There is 3 holes on the bottom of these bags. One of them is for mounting in the center, and then there's 2 more for the outside. I feel I should mount it with the 2 on the outside to be safe. That way if something breaks, at least I got a second bolt there, right? That's the way it should be. Seems right to me. We're just gonna do it and see what happens. I don't have many other options. I do, however, already think I want to take another 1/2 inch off of that. I already think I want it lower. You're probably asking yourself, Simon, how the heck are you gonna figure out where to put the holes? I'll show you. I got a mount I already found the holes, they're already drilled. We still have it. Take this. This straight line here kind of locates the orientation of where the holes are, like this way or that way or, you know, that way. And they're kind of straight. We're just gonna slap this guy on here. Somewhere in there. And we should better drill the holes, right? Just mark them out and drill them. I think. Well, now I'm not sure. Okay, I went back and remarked it. So now we know for sure. That's where she's gonna go. What's the orientation like that a little bit? And that should be roughly where the holes go. Ow! My finger got stuck on the damn button. We're just gonna, look, I'm bleeding. I don't even know why. I know that hole's not perfectly centered, so let's hope for the best. It's like one of them fandangled accordions. I would say that is one airbag officially installed, minus the airlines. Will it go low enough? I don't know. Will it go high enough? I hope so. I don't know. These are all questions we're gonna have to wait until we get the other side done, flip the frame back over again, and throw some air to it and see what happens. I don't know if I mentioned this or not before. I've never done airbags before, so I don't know if this is gonna be... I'm sure it's gonna work. I'm not doubting it's gonna work. How long it works, that's where I kind of question things a little bit. I don't know. We're gonna go with it though. Like I said, if we need to take more out of that cup, we will, because we'll go as low as we want. I do it my way. My way. Woohoo! Now we just gotta get the other side done, flip the frame over, put it all back together, and see if it works. Hell yeah. Now that side 1 is done, I'm hoping I've learned a couple things and side 2 will go better. Or it won't. how low that bag was sitting? Do I have the frame flipped over? Do I have the body on the car? Do I know how actual low it's sitting? No, I do not. I know it wasn't low enough for me though. So this is not a roll of tape. I went and took an inch off the bag mount for the side I haven't even put together yet. Hopefully it's not too much. If it is, we'll fix that too, I guess. I gotta finish putting this together. This came out okay. It's not perfect, and I'm not trying to pretend that it is. I'm still refining, I guess you could say, my fabrication skills. It did go better. I don't have a huge gap here, so I was able to get a nice weld in there. This side, nice weld in there, overhung here a little bit. It's not a big deal. I will probably grind that out, make it look nice. The welds went pretty good. That happened. That guy right there, don't know why. Must have found some grease or something that I missed when I was grinding. It's unfortunate, but not the end of the world. I'll probably leave it there so people have something to talk about. Yeah, that's something I would do. Anywho, I gotta figure out where the bag's gonna bolt on this one. Circle it, hole it, mount it up. You've already seen how we do that. We're gonna do the same thing again. And then we gotta take the other side all apart again. Cut an inch of tape off of it and put it all back together and see if we like that. It's probably gonna cause other problems somewhere else, and we'll deal with those too. It's just what I do. I don't always foresee all the issues I'm gonna have, and I'm probably gonna have some. It's whatever. Now hopefully this comes right out of here. Like it was made that way. We're gonna just take this, line it up with all our marks, and just go all the way around. Easy to follow line, just like so. Now, with any luck, this will all still go back together. We need to do a little clearance. All right, after a little time with the grinding wheel, she fits down in there nice and snug, right where I want it. I fully expect I'm gonna have to open this up a little bit. I mean, there's that right there I should get rid of as well, because that bag's pretty wide and it's gonna be sitting down in here, but let's just see how we look. At quick glance here, we have clearance all the way around, a good ½ inch everywhere except for this little nick right here, which we'll get out of there before we do anything real serious. I just want to see if it's gonna work. Oh yeah, now we're getting down there. I'm not sure if I showed this before, but this is where it was before I took that extra inch out of it. This is how far down she goes now. She's gonna lay low, 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 low. I am a little curious if I'm gonna have to do any clearance in here, but we can address that. Now I just gotta finish putting the other side together, flip it all over, put all the spindles on, and test it. Probably should finish drilling those holes, find some fittings, get some air lines, and put all that stuff in too. Then we can test it. Hell yeah. I'm all about full disclosure when I screw up, and I screwed up again, no surprise. I mean, this cut isn't perfect. I did the best I could. I do try. I do put the effort in and try and make it as best as I can make it, but sometimes I just fail. Is it gonna work? Absolutely. Also, when I drilled my holes, I missed. I missed by about a whole hole. I don't know why. I did it the exact same way on the other side, and I missed this time. It's not a big deal. So I drilled the hole right next to it, filed up the center and made it a slot. I'm not concerned in the least that that's gonna be a problem because the ones you can buy online, the plates, they're slotted. So there must be allowed to have some room for give there. So I figured it's good to go. We're gonna bolt this all together on the bottom side here. We're gonna flip this frame over and we're gonna try and test it and see if everything I've done so far is gonna be successful or if I gotta start over again. I'm really hoping for the successful side of things. Really hoping for it. I got as much work done underneath this frame as I possibly can for this point. So the best option for me is to flip this sumbie backwards and make sure everything works the way it was supposed to. I only have a little doubt. Mainly that's because I did it. We're gonna find out right now though. We're gonna try a longer chain this time and see if that makes it easier. I don't think it's gonna make it easier. I feel like I'm gonna have to have this thing straight up and down for this to even start lifting. Let's try this way. Yeah, this looks promising. You know what? We're gonna put this down on the ground instead of rotating it on these jack stands. Yeah, that looks like a good idea. Actually, that looks like a freaking phenomenal idea. Oh, that's a lot heavier. I'm not sure why it's turning so much. But I probably should have waited for help. I think we're over center. Yep, we're working. It's working. It's still working. Everything's crashing. I'm not panicking yet though. This is that controlled chaos that I like to do. Whoa, that was too quick. Yeah, that's not working. Stop. It's fun doing this by myself. Stop. I'm trying not to let the frame crash into my car. How would I explain that dent? Easy peasy. Nothing to it. How do we fix this now? So the frame's about back on the hoist. The jack fell off, so that's perfect. And that jack stand back there kind of caught the edge of the frame. It's all fine. It's going right on track. Not the right way, but it's right on track for me. Uh-huh. Yep. All right, we are officially right side up again. Okay, so we have other issues like the cherry picker is stopping the frame from going as low as the frame can go. Gee, I wish I had less room. That would make this way easier. The jack is stopping it. Oh my god. I mean, that's pretty freaking low. I do have to give a huge shout out to Gino. Without his help today, I probably would not be at this stage. He supplied me some airlines and some fittings to kind of figure out what I need. And that was instrumental in getting this to this stage today. I'm so freaking happy. This is amazing. I've never done air ride before, period. And I gotta do the back yet. But this thing goes up and it goes down just like it's supposed to. I mean, there's a lot of clunking noises because nothing's tight, but it does what it's supposed to do, which is what I wanted. I'm so freaking ecstatic about it. That is awesome. Hope one day you get a chance to do air rides yourself if you've ever had the inclination to do it, because though it is challenging to figure out your first time without just buying pre-made stuff, it is mighty rewarding to see the fruits of your labor when she goes up and down like it's supposed to, and it even looks like it lifts level, which is something I was a little nervous about, but it works, so what else can I say? But I'm so happy. So freaking cool. Yeah, so is it perfect? Not by a long shot. Is it gonna work? Abso-freaking-lutely. Is it safe? That's always questionable with me, but I made it all myself. I did it all myself. I'm super happy with it. I call that a win, and I didn't even have to spend the $123 or whatever it was to kind of have the parts shipped to me. I will have to buy fittings. You got to draw the line somewhere. As always, thanks for watching my video. If you have any suggestions or tips that could help me do this on a future project, because I'll probably do it again, let me know down in the comments. If you wouldn't mind sharing this video, liking it, subscribing, that'd be freaking awesome too. That really helps me out with the channel. You know, but other than that, I'm just going to continue to build stuff that I have no experience building and figure it out as I go. It seems to be working so far. Yeah.